yesterday, day after the tour, someone DMs Red Wing. Y'all putting out tour leftovers?
They're hungry. They're here.
You know what? I guess I can't argue with that.
Not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to be like, day after tour, someone just asked, hey, when are you guys playing Albany?
Oh, dude.
That's my fave.
No one's ever going to ask us that. The show is so much better than the whole tour. They were all like, yeah, the Albany show's in a pretty big room. It's probably going to be one of the worst shows of the tour. Drug Church and Prince Daddy are both from Albany. I'm assuming this is, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
Welcome back to the main feed, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
They were acting like the Albany show. Both of them are from Albany.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that neither one of us do well in Albany.
I understand not doing well in your hometown.
I do think this is co-headliners definitely work, especially in a situation like that, because there's some crossover, but there are two crowds coming out for sure.
Yeah.
And I think the Albany show is a prime example of like, if it was just a Drug Church headliner, it would have been fine. If it was just a Prince Daddy headliner, it would have been fine.
Who headlined that night?
Drug Church.
Drug Church headlined that night. Okay. And it was a good show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It wasn't sold out. The room was big, but they were making it sound like it was like a 3,000 capper.
Yo, it sucks that like people put that stamp on shit like, oh, it has to sell out to be a good show. That's not the case. It doesn't have to sell out to be a good show.
It doesn't have to, but I will say,
it helps.
It's really good for your paperwork if you got sellouts on your thing.
Well, 1,000%. But I'm saying if you're playing a 1,000 cap room and you get 600 people in there, that's pretty sick.
For sure. I mean, the room was not empty at any point.
Then that's all that really that's all that matters to me. But
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of which, though, this is the main feed. Buy the rest of the fucking tickets for the Super Heaven shows.
Oh yeah, just get the rest of them. A bunch of people on this tour, I like informed, like they didn't know about the shows.
The LA show today, someone was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you guys were playing LA. We're playing LA, Los Angeles, California, 1720 Warehouse."
Yeah, I told many people, they're like, "Oh yeah," like also we might have already talked about this, but I got a lot of like, "Oh yeah," like people hitting me with daylight on this tour.
That's annoying. That's weird too. Because
it wasn't in any sort of like obnoxious way. Usually there might have been a couple times I was like, all right, pal, but it was always like, oh, I saw you guys back here when you were daylight. And Johnny from Anxious was having a fucking field day with it every day. He was like, hey man, I love daylight. I was like, how about I knock your fucking head off?
You bully. To be fair, I guess we haven't played those areas. You haven't been to those areas since we toured with Daylight when we play the weirdest fucking places ever.
But we have in a lot of them. As Super Heaven multiple times for sure.
I can't remember Super Heaven playing Albany.
Not Albany, but I mean, the show was like definitely, you could classify it as a B market.
Yeah.
But we played like normal places, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we played, yeah.
Like on this tour. And
Chicago.
Super Heaven definitely played a ton of places.
Yeah, I'm saying we played some weird ass places.
Yeah.
Anywhere
but
do a show.
lot of these people, I was like, bro, when we were Super Heaven and Daylight for that matter, probably, we definitely played this city 2 or 3 times and Not a Soul was there. So
yeah, well, they probably didn't know.
So I don't know. I don't know what to make of our shows. Did promoters assume we were bigger than they were and they didn't have to do anything?
Probably,
because almost every show we played as that band sucked. If we were headlining.
Yeah, more times than not, they would suck. Like it was like an 80-20, like 80% of the times those shows would be bad. And 20%, maybe even less, honestly. That's gracious.
Dude, also as far as merch goes,
yeah.
Super Heaven never, people on the tour was like, that's not possible. Super Heaven never did as good in merch as Webbed Wing did on this tour.
No, yeah.
Or on any tour, really.
I can't recall a time when we did more than, yeah.
There were times when we did $1,000 and we were like, I'm going to start crying.
Yeah, we would start dabbing because we get $10. Yeah. Granted, the prices were a little different. I do think about that when we were a full-time touring band. So
yeah, they should have been selling more.
Right, exactly. So that was the one thing.
But I mean, there was only ever like between 11 and 32 people at every show. So like 32 is like shit looks kind of packed out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show tonight.
It's just like, and by packed out, it was like, yeah, there's like a block of people at the front of the stage.
We were like the anvil guy. We were like, yeah, it's gonna be a good gig tonight,
dude. You know what? That documentary hit me hard because I was like, this is gonna be me, man. The whole time I was just like, I'm the like emotional erratic guy that can't let it go, and Joe Kane is the quiet, just like guy that's way too patient about it. But honestly, I feel less bad about it now.
For everyone watching or listening, if you haven't checked it, I feel like it was a phenomenon, or was it only just amongst our friends?
No, it kind of like blew up a little bit. It got cult following.
Shit was. I kind of want to. I might go back and rewatch it. Honestly.
Oh, dude, I think it would be much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was very funny when I first watched it, but it's funny in a way that's like, even the ending. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but even the ending is sort of like supposed to be like, dude, they did it, but it's still kind of like.
Honestly, it's not too far off from Super Heaven, where it's like 10 years later, some few people got back into the band, and it's like, you guys want to play these shows, and we're like, yeah.
Lucky for us, it's. Somebody asked me about it, like, yeah, what made you guys do that? Like, did somebody hit you guys up? And I was like, look, man, I'll be honest with you. If there wasn't like a bag to me made, we probably wouldn't bother doing it. I
mean, if it was going to just be a sad show, even at that too.
That's what I mean. Like, if we were just like, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. It'd be such a bummer.
Yeah.
But not, the shows are going to be fun, and I feel like the shows we deserve, we wanted to play. So, like, that's kind of...
Yeah, and it's not like I don't want to do it. I'm just like, dude, it's the first time we're ever, like, making money off the band, really.
Yeah. So
and I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah. This is... Listen, if you don't do the anniversary shit, you're fumbling the bag. Unless you do anniversary shit for, like, records that nobody likes. Then it's like...
Yeah, our 6th record that came out on this label, we're gonna do it. Chill, guys.
But 10-year. Listen,
they're fun.
Some people think it's lame to do the anniversary shits, but you know what? Tell that to my fucking bank account after the shows, bitch.
But I don't think a majority of people think it's lame. And
no, I don't think so.
Honestly,
I think people are psyched.
Most people are excited about it. Yeah. A lot of I am gonna be curious how many people there are gonna be. First, hopefully it doesn't go over like that. But yeah, I'm curious how many people are going to see the band for the first time. I bet you there's a decent amount of people.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, I bet you there's going to be a lot of people that won't even care that it's an anniversary. Don't even realize it. They're like, oh yeah, they're just playing.
We still got to rent my my velvet ropes that I'm going to put around my playing area.
We're not doing the cones, not doing the Toy Story cones.
And if you guys knock down one of my posts or breach the velvet ropes, I got to tomahawk you with my guitar.
I got an idea. We'll put like a if you if you hit like a laser or something, but you like break the.
Everybody that enters
the connection
has to wear a shock collar. Oh, so if you get too close to me, you get zapped.
Okay, you could go that way. I was thinking maybe like you break the connection, the whole lights go down, music goes out, everything cuts out.
Oh, that would be so awesome, but it would happen every fucking 10 seconds.
And you ruined the show.
I like the shock collar thing.
That is a good idea.
Keeps people on their toes. Like, you know what?
Welcome to the show. Here's your shock collar. What? Yeah. Or no, instead of putting it on your wrist, it's like the...
Yeah, like the wristband. They don't even know. They just get close to either like any of us, and they just like go down, and security has to pick them up. That'd be awesome.
A good idea, man. Because people are bummed about phones. This is like kind of in the same vein.
Dude, I will tell you that lately I have been every time we play. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not really usually one to look around as like.
Yeah.
This isn't any sort of like coping mechanism to like get through a set. It's literally I just noticed I don't really pay attention to what anybody's doing during the set.
No, not really.
My eyes are closed for most of it. I noticed.
Huh.
Either my eyes are closed or I'm looking at what I'm playing.
I have a pretty like vague death stare just kind of out into the horizon. And I think I attribute that to one of my elementary school teachers on public speaking.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I just kind of like gloss over everyone's head if I look out, or I'm like, I got to remember how to play this part. And
I feel like there's people that are like, I found one person in the audience and I performed for that one person.
That's Pine Grove guy.
Oh well, he's finding that one person. He's scanning the audience for yo, honestly, and
I want to have Homie on, dude.
Me too.
I'd love to have you. If anyone knows Pine Grove, reach out.
I want to grill him. It's like, what did you do? Why did you do that, man? You would have been A-okay.
But their band's bigger than ever, so it
I don't
worked
know
out.
if that's true.
They got like 90,000 followers on Instagram.
How many tickets are they selling?
Probably a lot.
Maybe they have straight up just like
I think people kind of
drifted off into a world where they're popular, and I just like I see none of it.
I really think that's it.
Hey, listen, you know what? I hope so. I'm rooting for him.
Me too. RFC guys, you know, label mates.
Oh, I thought you were like casting aspersions at the people that work at Run for Cover. Like, how dare you drop these fucking magnificent kings?
I'm saying they put out their record. I'm just stating.
Oh
the
yeah,
facts.
we are label mates. You meant we are both.
Yes, not.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like RFC guys. No, I mean, hey, you know what? When you run a business, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I was really just going at label mates. So maybe we'll follow in their footsteps.
They're our bros, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Front porch step, on the other hand, that's a different story.
He's a different story.
I forgot about him for like the past year now, and now it just triggered back in my brain.
It's so
we
out
talked
of
a lot about him before.
I know. Well, it's out of our periphery, and him. That whole thing happened in like literally a decade ago, I think.
People at this point, if you're listening to pod, you're in high school or something. You don't even know. You don't even know about it.
They probably know because they were probably all like, "That was my shit." and then he texted me. I was in 8th grade. I loved Front Porch Step, and then the guy himself texted me a picture of his wiener.
My teacher found, hey, put your phone away.
And they just had a Front Porch Step.
Confiscated the phone, and that's tough.
You know what? Maybe he's changed. Maybe he's taken accountability. He's held himself accountable.
At least someone has to. That's people really love the Sam episode. I'm excited. I feel like there's some hate on it. Obviously,
I can't tell if it's sarcastic or not.
That too, but if you exclude that out, all love, dude. Great episode.
You know what?
He was a great guest.
As long as everybody still loves Sam and Liv, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
If they hate us,
that's fine.
You know what? This is the player haters ball. So,
and we're monetized now, so we're just getting the money from it.
I literally can't see you because I have $100 bills over my eyes.
Dude, it's so funny. So like you turn it on and it's just like 12 cents.
Dude, yes. Dude, between the YouTube getting monetized and these Super Heaven shows, dude, I'm going to be in Forbes by next year.
Yes. Fortune 500.
Speaking of having money and being an idiot, dude, I got my eye on an SG.
No.
It's an Epiphone. So it's low investment, but
you should go bigger investment because it holds its value.
I want to go small investment.
Let's speak on the Epiphone. Speak on the SG that you want to get.
I don't want to let out too many details because I don't want anybody to like
your talk.
Anybody to snake me and then they're like, I made this my cool thing.
Yeah.
No one ever told me about it. You could look it up. It's pretty easy to find. Mm-hmm. It's just a straight up 400. Check it out. So shout out to my boy Matt at Sweetwater. He said he'll hook me up, but discounted. He's not going to give it to me for free. But so I can get a little deal and on a case. So it's pretty low investment for her. But then I'm like, I take it to my man John.
Mm-hmm.
He does his guitar wizardry on it. Maybe it can work. And you know what? If it doesn't, I send it back to Sweetwater. I'm like, I got it set up for you. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Get refunded the money.
Yeah, give me the, refund an extra $50 because I had to set up.
Yeah, I think you should get it. I mean, I want to be a bad boy. I want to get a Les Paul really badly.
What are you waiting for? After the wedding?
Yeah, after the wedding. I can't be. Dude, the marriage is great. But dude, it's just like every week is like, oh, we have to buy this big crazy thing. I'm like, oh, okay, this. It's just like, it's like I'm just getting hit with tidal waves.
Well, like wallpaper that has like storks and bunnies on it, and then like a baby crib, and like the office upstairs slowly turns into a nursery.
Oh, that would suck. Anything you can think of, it's just like, oh, I didn't even not something you can think about. I couldn't even think of it. I was like, oh, we had to pay for this. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. So after the wedding, I'll get maybe a guitar or something.
Dude, what do you think you'll get?
I really want a blacktop Les Paul. That's something I just always had my eye on. I just like the way they look, and then I can play Sweet Child of Mine probably.
Are you afraid you'll be criticized if you get a white top?
Of course. I'm trying to, show my support subtly.
Why it got to be a white top?
Now, I've always loved the black top, like just Les Paul, but hopefully the neck doesn't break or some shit like that. But I think it's time.
Dude, I think it'll be good. And I think if it breaks, apparently...
Yeah, they're stronger.
Yeah, apparently if it breaks and... Wow, these look really nice. I'm looking at them right now.
Which one? You're good? Yeah, dude, that's one... Isn't that just a classic? Oh, with like the white like trim around it. It's classic, dude. It's nice, dude. Sounds good.
You need this.
And after seeing Will's at the studio that you recorded with, I was like, dude, sounds...
That guitar's been there for like...
It's so sick,
since we started recording there a decade and a half ago, and...
It's so dope, dude.
I've never really played it, and we recorded like a song or two with it, and I was like, whoa, this guitar is really sick.
Yeah, it's rich sounding. I just want one so bad. But... I'm getting my Strat set up right now. I got to set up this weekend, so I get that back.
Oh, nice.
I like that one. That's a black guitar too.
That's a black guitar.
Just saying. But I'll probably bring also my Tele out on this tour.
Dude, you're about to be the man in black.
Ooh.
Dude, this is the SG.
Don't let anyone see it. Dude, that's nice. That's my favorite. That's my favorite color.
That's a good color.
That's a good color. I like that color a lot.
I shout out my boy Matt at Sweetwater. I actually met him in person. I actually met a Sweetwater rep in person at a show, and I was like, see, this I like.
So is it a custom rainbow guitar?
It's a custom rainbow burst.
They don't have that in stock, right? You gotta ask Matt for that.
I was like, you got anything crazy in the warehouse that's not on the website? Like something just for me? And he was like, buddy, meeting you for the first time in person, I got something that I think is going to scream your name.
I'll throw in the Beatles strap in for free, too.
Dude, you know what's so funny? We talked about me getting the Get Back strap.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, 29 days into the tour or something, I realized that Dante from Anxious has like the big leather Get Back strap. It's just turned around, so the Get Back part is on the inside.
Why would he want that?
I don't know. He's psycho.
Doesn't want to flex on everyone.
So I stole it off his guitar when we sound checked and he wasn't there. So that's
last day of tour, he never knew.
He never knew. He was looking for a strap, and I was like, "Oh, you can use mine." Man.
Yeah, no worries.
I just gave him my Ernie ball.
Oh man, he's messing up, man. He should whip that one around,
dude. I thought so. I just saw it sitting on the side of the stage, and I like went to move the strap for some reason, and I just saw the back part.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And I turned around and said, Get Back.
But Anxious, like Sam was saying, they like when people get on, jump off stage.
Oh, dude.
Shit like that.
They
like when people get rowdy.
I was not in good company on this tour talking about how I don't like I think stage diving is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Unfortunately, they can't have nice things.
Yes.
If I thought you could all get on the stage and avoid touching any of us or kicking our pedal boards or anything like that, I'd say, come the fuck up here and jump off. However, the people the other 3 bands on this tour were way more polite about people hanging out on stage than I would have been.
The stage potatoes.
Yo, if you're up there for longer than 3 seconds, I'm aggressively kicking you off the stage.
You gotta get off. You gotta get off.
And you know what? If I think if you're like my size.
Yeah, if you're bigger, then you can stay on stage.
Yeah.
Right over here.
If I think you can beat my ass.
All you.
Hey, man. Mi casa es su casa. But no, I'm not going to like slam. I'm not going to pick a tiny kid up and throw him over my shoulders. But
yeah, of course.
If it's somebody like around my size or something, I definitely give them a shove. Smaller person, I might go up and be like, hey.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not going to. They like it. They like the rowdiness of it.
Sometimes. In my experience, a couple people have had stuff to say after the show.
Oh, yeah. But like, it's hard to say because, if you're coming up on stage, you know that You want to get physical. You want to get rowdy. You want to jump off the stage and like you're running that risk of getting hurt or moshing in the mosh pit. So
we think that because we're fucking have normal brains.
But if I was doing that and I got pushed and I was up on stage and I got pushed by this singer or someone just chucked me off stage, I would be like, "This is dope. This is sick."
I'm gonna start grabbing people by their ear and leading them off the stage.
Yes, like anytime this is hardcore and you see guys on the side start throwing people off, they love it. They love it.
That's the thing at a hardcore fest. If you're up there too long, you probably should expect a mild spanking.
Yeah.
At a Super Heaven show, I think you maybe don't expect that.
No.
But yo, steer clear of me and the other two.
The scary thing, it kind of scares me is when, the parts where people like to ambush the stage and like the crowd starts coming to the drummer.
Yeah.
That shit sucks just because everything's getting stepped on and fucked up constantly. And it just and then the music cuts because someone unplugs something. Like it usually ends with 9 times out of 10, everything's cut off and just like the drummer's drumming and they start falling in the drum set. That sucks. That's awful.
That's why I'm just like, why is this cluster of morons on the stage that I'm getting paid to be on?
And if that ever happened at a Super Heaven show, that'd be crazy because we have no songs that call for that.
I would be freaking out.
I'd be so confused.
I would not be able to contain myself from being just totally uncool about it.
It wouldn't be one of those cool things where you like push back into the crowd and be like, this just sucks altogether.
Dude, it's not even like people don't like the way that I talk about this stuff because they just think I'm being a dick, especially when I bring up the fact that I'm getting paid to be on the stage and you paid to be here. But one, I think that's a viable argument. Like,
yeah, it's facts.
Why are you up here for this band? Yo, I want people to have so much fun, but you know what? I watch bands all the time where people are singing along, they're fucking bouncing around. That's awesome. That's what you should be doing for a Super Heaven set.
Yeah, I agree. I think the only show...
I don't think you got to be up there.
I don't know what's going to happen at this weekend. I don't think it's going to be crazy. It's like a rock show. The only show I can see in the near future is playing Chain Reaction. People get a little rowdy at Chain. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, yo.
But it's kind of a hardcore venue.
I just want people to have as much fun as they possibly can. Just, avoid touching us or kicking or knocking our guitars out of tune. Like, I feel like if you think for 1 second, I'm about to stage dive.
Yeah. I don't hate the stage diving.
I might intervene in this set.
Yeah. I don't hate the stage diving, though. If it's called for.
I don't hate the stage diving. Why are you near me? Like, it's a personal space thing. I don't like when even people that I really like, if they're too close to me and they're talking too close, I can't concentrate on anything they're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just so
we kind of
invaded.
We have a better band than other bands for stage diving because Joe kind of chills back.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got that whole middle.
If
you're getting up on stage, don't grab me. Just go around and jump off right in the middle.
That is my biggest issue. I feel like
why
you can get up there and not
go
intervene. You cannot ruin everything.
Yeah. Though I do think that the time where Matt jumped off stage at that balance show.
Well, you know what? He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that.
I think it was in Detroit at the Magic Stick. There used to be a Vine of it somewhere online, but Vine obviously died. But side stages ran off. Like, he was like hyping himself up all few shows.
Yeah, I feel like he was like, yo, I'm going to go stage dive.
And tonight was the night, just went for it. But foot got caught on a mic cable. Just
knocked it down.
Shot off into the crowd. Good stage dive, but just like
after he tripped and fell on the stage and then got up and like tried to briefly fix it and then jumped off the stage. But
bull in the china shop. But that's a prime example. That's homie. That's bro.
See, and you know what? I watched it and I was like, I feel really bad because I bet he's so embarrassed.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have done it.
It was fun though. It was a good time.
It wasn't my set, so they can complain. That's their call to be upset about it. Me from a distance, I thought I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Yeah, I stage dove to I think basement or something. Stage dove.
I a little bit regret not. There was a few nights where I was like, I'm diving to drug church.
Yeah,
because they're like, dude, their whole thing is like
they're kind of their songs hit.
they want people. They're dude. I mean, the whole time, honestly their whole thing is stage diving. The whole time, Pat's like talking about people stage diving. So it was. I did feel really bad for them on nights where they were like, either the venue was like the barricade stays, or they were like, there's no barricade, but we are very strict about people not stage diving.
That's weird.
The place in Buffalo, which I'm so sorry that I keep talking about how much of a shithole this place was, but it was just kind of dumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Fun night. They were like, it was a small room.
Yeah.
Small enough stage, and it was just like, they were like, yo, we do not allow people to stage dive here. Like, they were like asking the bands to, before their set, be like, hey, do not stage dive.
It's a venue. I feel like it's the kind of thing where you say no stage diving, and if the people do it, so be it.
I guess they had been sued in the
past,
so they're a little sensitive about it.
That sucks.
But I don't know, man.
I hate the fucking law.
You know what? Get a nicer venue.
There you go. Where you can, I guess nowhere you really should be stage diving. So
but places like allow it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's look the other way. Honestly, I think at Chain Reaction it says no stage diving, and people go crazy there.
I think that's a
part of
a bit of a protecting their ass thing, where it's like, well, we ask them not to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just ask them not to, and you say no, and then they do.
That's the way it should be. Like, you know what? There are signs everywhere. They accepted the risk.
Yeah, they bought a ticket, and I can't kick them out. I can't catch them. I forget which one it was. They're just having fun.
There were a couple nights on this tour where people were getting security was getting a little aggressive.
They get too hyped up, man.
Dude,
they're like, yeah, get to kick someone out. This is great.
It's way too obvious when they are just too excited to be physical with people.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
and it's always like little kids. I'm like, dude, they're crowd surfing. Like, what are you doing?
Crowd surfing's sick.
And all of the bands except our band are basically like, yo, go off.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling anybody not to, but on this tour, like, we were mostly unknown.
Yeah.
Which was
That's pretty good. That's what you want. Dope. It was a good tour for
lots of kids coming up in clown makeup and being like, oh, you guys were sick.
That's what you want, dude.
And I shot him a wink, and I was like, too bad we sold out of LPs. You would have loved the cover art on this one.
I got one in the bag for you, but you might not want it.
Yeah.
But we got 7-inch, though.
We finally got the 7 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have some. I think we're going to sell out of them this weekend.
Woo, child.
So you better get one because they're the only ones that we have.
I don't think there was many pressed. Or was there many pressed?
There was a few hundred pressed.
There you go. They're all...
What they did, maybe this is supposed to be a secret, but I don't really understand.
Yeah.
I don't know whose wool.
Let me know if you want me to just beep it out the whole time.
Oh yeah, we can beep it out.
Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think there was a few hundred of the red press, and then there was that's the first press, but at the same time they pressed a bunch of the yellow press. And then I tried, and that's the second press. And I think the first press is literally almost sold out.
That's crazy.
So
7 inches in this economy, in 2023, people are still buying 7 inches. Sick.
Dude, we need a better. People were very confused by them. Some people
really. I feel like people understand.
I think
EPs
young people
now.
Young people were kind of like, maybe they were joking, but an odd. Not in a bad way, but an odd couple approached the table and they looked at the little like menu that I have, and they're like, 7 inches of what? And I was just sort of looking at them like, are we going to do this?
Yeah, I almost feel like it's better.
But I legitimately think they were like asking like,
they
7 inches of what? And I was like, a vinyl, and I tapped the thing, and they're like, oh,
this stick. You should have hit him with that.
I should have been like, I should have shot him a wink.
Meet me after the show.
Yeah, 7 inches of disc clown dick. I started dressing like a clown every night,
dude. Just like my boys in the garden.
It's weird because Prince Daddy doesn't they don't wear clown makeup.
Have they ever?
I don't think so. They have a record that has like.
Yeah, I've seen the record.
Yeah, but so do we, and motherfuckers aren't showing up in clown makeup.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. People got to step it up.
That'd be kind of fun. I would dress up in clown makeup. I would dress up in clown makeup for big shows if I was like a band like that had that kind of following. I think it'd be kind of fun. Straight up, I mean, not to jock the garden, but that shit was kind of cool.
If I thought that like, yo, Kiss took their makeup off, and people are like, "Ew, we don't want that."
Yeah, that's true. Then you have to do it every time. Let me walk this back. No, thank you.
That's the thing. I might be like, all right, if I'm making Kiss money, I'll put the fucking makeup on.
I'll
I don't like
whip the
things
tongue
on my
out.
face.
Yeah, that kind of shit kind of sucks. You know what? Maybe just have like have a clown for the show.
Like he like skanks on the stage, like the Less Than Jake guy.
Yes. Yeah. Have a mascot.
I guess Jose is kind of like, not to diminish his role in
his
Spiritual
role
Cramp.
is the coolest version of what you can have.
Well, he's doing things.
Yeah.
Like
He's playing parts.
he's playing the tambo,
Yeah.
or he's
The
playing,
bongos.
now he has his own little station.
There you go. That's sweet.
He's got his little beat boops, his bongos, his
Shout out Spiritual Cramp.
the best band
Can't
doing
wait.
it,
Can't wait for the next record.
dude.
No, I know it's coming. It's gonna be good. But yeah, dude, he's at first when we first saw that band and met him, I was like, you can't be serious. You played the
Well, I heard about it, and he's not the guy. He's not the original
Yeah, I know.
tambo guy.
I know.
And I heard they have like a tambourine guy. I was like, well, they need to get rid of that.
Yeah, it's lame. Nah, dude, it fucking fits,
But
dude.
it's kind of dope.
It's so sick. I wouldn't want to pay another guy to just have a tambourine, but I think it's really dope.
Bag fumbled on that one, but I mean, Jose's got a good vibe. He brings a good vibe to the table.
I think
so
it makes the
they're
band.
getting what they pay for.
I agree. I think it makes the band. It just
Unless they don't pay him, in which case I'm really sorry I said that.
then bag is not fumbled.
The bag is not fumbled. No disrespect to my man Jose, but
He pays. He sells 30 tickets before the show out front.
yeah, they
Nah,
make
that
him. He pays to play every night. Nah, he's.
This
the
is my
man.
big break. They need a tambo player. Yeah, I can't wait to see that band again. They're sick. I think they're on the cover of a magazine. Big
Forbes.
time in Forbes. That's going to be you next year, dude, with your Epiphone. This is how I saved money to become a bajillionaire. Bought an Epiphone instead of a Gibson.
Yeah, you should just get an Epiphone Les Paul too.
can't.
No, I. This has the cool Epiphone headstock though,
Yeah.
so I'm a little less like.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting blown up, not me.
Yeah, I got a
It's
text.
blow up time. It's blow up.
Oh yeah, I got a text.
Act like nobody knows me.
Yeah, so I don't know, but at the same time, I'm like, I have too many guitars.
Yeah, that's true. I do think I forget that I have guitars, but there's not guitars. How many nice guitars I have versus like just guitars I have are two different things.
Well,
I feel like I
Same.
have one nice guitar. I mean, I feel like my Strat's nice. My Telly I like it's sentimental to me. But
that's
besides,
how I feel about my Jazzmaster.
and I like my Martin. I think that's nice.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Not to keep talking, I feel like I can't stop talking about the tour, but give me a break. It's the only thing that's been occupying my brain for an entire month. Dude, after watching Nick play a Jazzmaster in Drug Church, I was like, I can't wait to go home and play mine.
You'll whip it back out.
He has like a really, really nice one. It's like a custom shop, but I was just like, oh, dude, he makes it look so cool.
Jazzmasters are cool. Maybe I'll get one of those. I know. I got to focus on Gibson. Unless Fender wants to send me a free guitar, then I'll literally get Fender stamped on
Dude.
my head, dude.
I was not complaining,
Yeah.
but I've had enough, dude. We've been jockeying Fender for a decade plus,
Yeah.
and it feels like all of our peers have gotten hooked up, and we haven't.
They skipped right over. I mean, that's the fucking motif of the band. Just skip right over.
Yeah, you know
us and
what?
get it
Well,
right down.
the time has come for people to start putting some fucking respect on our name.
Yes, please.
And it's not that I think I don't feel entitled to it.
No freaking way.
I just think,
I'm not even that good at guitar.
and it's not. And listen,
Uh-huh.
I know it's not good to think why them and why not me, but in this case, I think, you know what? I think we've proven ourselves,
Yeah, why them, not me?
and I'm happy to pay for this shit. I just
Yeah.
want a little discount, and maybe a free Squire here and there.
Ooh, yeah. Let's check out the new model. I'll post it. We'll play it live on pod.
You know what? Shout out to my man Matt from Sweetwater.
Yes.
He's coming through for me.
Yes. He sounds like the homie, dude.
He's the homie. I met him at the fucking Grand Rapids show.
Oh, that's sick.
Dapped him up.
Do they do cameras stuff on there too?
Yeah, they do everything. They do everything, dude.
We might be in 4K by the end of this.
Yeah, let me pull up the Sweetwater
Dude,
site.
you're gonna be able to see the zits on her face, dude.
We'll do a lot. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have to start wearing makeup, whether we like it or not.
It'll be like when the Trailer Park Boys went from video camera to
Oh,
HD,
yeah.
and you're like, dude, they look insane. Holy shit.
Let's see. What kind of cameras do we want?
I think I want Sony.
Sony.
I think I want Sony.
Sony. Do we know what model?
I have no idea.
Why Sony?
If you must know,
I must.
a lot of Canon stuff has like a limit on how long it can record for. I know there's Sony cameras out there that can break the barrier.
I just felt like a little tinge of embarrassment.
Yeah,
because I'm on the Sweetwater site and I'm like, all right, where would I find this? And I'm searching by category.
yeah.
And it goes guitars, studio and recording, live sound and lighting, software and plugins, bass, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, and then I come down to this one that just says content creators.
Yes, that's where we need to be.
And here's
bro.
the subcategories: podcasting, live stream, and video creators. And I'm just like, this is embarrassing.
Dude, sometimes I get ideas. I get a fair amount of ideas during the day, and most of them don't go through. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll make do some shit like production shit before a video, and then I was like, wait, I think I'm trending a little too YouTube Mr. Beast kind of thing, and then I'm like, that just would be embarrassing.
Looking good?
No, I really wanted to do a whole montage of me getting the Mr. Beast bar, but I'll just order them. We'll try them on pod next time.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you get them or what?
Nah, I didn't. I was gonna go to Walmart and make a whole vlog on it, but
dude, you might as well.
I know,
especially in my absence.
I know, but
because so much of the tour was like me trying to do things.
Yeah, oh, true.
It was annoying. Like, I mean, listen. I was the only one who sold merch, and the reason for that is mainly because the app is on my phone. You can't have it logged into multiple phones at once. So it just made sense. And like Nick is our guest. I'm not going to ask Nick to sell the merch.
Yeah, that's true.
And like Mike offered multiple times where I was just like, it's okay. Like otherwise I'm just going to be like, and it's hard. There's in the green room, there's limited space. Some of them there was like, again, I don't like to feel like I sound entitled to things. And there's a 4-band package on a tour.
Yeah.
And there's not like an actual green room. It's like, come on.
To the venue?
To the venue.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple of spots where it's like, and I was telling you about how I was like trying to get cases of water in the green room at the one show. And I was like, yo, they're like, oh, well, the tour opted for buyout. So just get money instead of catering. I'm like, yo, I get it. Like, but waters?
That's like necessity of life.
It's just like, I don't know. You're going to make us each go to the concession thing and explain every time that we want a water. Like
they bring out the cup.
Like, yo, give us 3 cases of water minimum in the green room.
And I'm sure the show was probably good, right?
It was sold out.
It's like, that's what I don't get. It's like, I sold out your venue. You're already making money off of me for that, and then all these people are going to go buy bar drinks like $5 case of water is not going to break you, even if you did that every day.
Yeah. At the end of the night, also the same person that like did not understand what I was asking for, and I was asking for water. That same person at the end of the night, I had a knife like just sitting on the table that I used to open boxes.
Yeah,
and I had it sitting on the table, but the show was over. Like there were still some people around like buying merch in the lobby or whatever, but I'm like packing things up, and this person spots the knife, and she's like, "Is that your knife?" And I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Has it been here all night?" And I was like,
"What do you mean?"
Yeah, it's just been like in a box back here. And she's like, "What do you use that for?" And I was like, "Opening boxes and cutting tape."
Yeah.
And she was just like, okay, we have a strict no weapons policy. Could you just do us a favor and like keep it away from our patrons? I'm like, you're acting like I'm waving it around and crying. Like, I was like, okay, like I'll put it away. It's no sweat. The look on her face when she saw it was literally like I held it up to her neck. It was weird.
But the gun's fine. Your AK-47 that you have there is cool.
Yeah, and then I pulled it. I pulled my Glock out of my back pocket, and I was like, like, what? You're gonna tell me I got to put this away next?
These liberals out there,
dude.
Jesus.
I think I actually, hopefully, I don't know what we can get demonetized for, but my joke on this tour, which like the more I said it, the more I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna start bringing a gun on tour.
Uh-huh.
And the second I get heckled, I'm going to start waving it and pointing it at the audience.
It might not go over so well. Real one or a fake one with the orange cap on it?
It'll look entirely real. And I want it to be known that like I will have a real one on me. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'll be waving the real one.
This seems like a bad...
But sometimes when people start panicking, I'll start squirting them with water. But sometimes I might be spraying you with
I don't know. I don't know if this will go over well.
Do not heckle me.
No, there won't be any guns at any shows in the near future.
Also, I found out that Chris from Drug Church, we played their record release show in Albany. Like,
how many years ago?
It might have been in 2012 or something.
So long ago.
And apparently, I don't remember anything about that show.
Where was it even at?
Some
Bug
like
Jar or some shit. That's
I don't even know.
That's a different place. I have no idea. Valentine's. Holy shit.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Because we usually played at fucking Rigby's or whatever that. Fucking what the hell is that place called?
And Drug Church record release. I think I'm right.
But apparently, I was getting heckled from the back of the bar or something, and I was just, doing what I would usually do and just being like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." And apparently, it was Chris's dad, and he's held a grudge all these years. Which is a shame because I really wanted to meet his parents and be like, "Yo, Chris is like really great. Like he's been a pleasure to be around." I like to tell people's parents when like their children are like appreciated.
Yeah,
and some parents are kind of weird about it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I think Chris intentionally kept distance between me and his parents because I think his dad would have said something about it.
That'd be so funny. Taylor just got beat up by.
I would have fucking rocked his ass.
So
Mr. Villeneuve, if you're watching, it's on site if I ever see you, bro.
So we played. Do you want to guess when we played the record release?
Probably 2000, maybe 2013.
August 2nd, 2013, which is way later than I thought it was.
It is later.
At Downstairs Valentine's. I have no idea where Valentine's is. New Scotland Avenue in Albany, New York. No idea if that still exists.
Downstairs.
Jar was out at that point.
Yeah, that's surprising.
That is very surprising. I thought it was before then. Drug Church's LP, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Was it pre-death or after death?
Pre. He died like 6 months later.
That's crazy.
They did that. They did that. They know it too. They're like, yeah, we killed Paul Walker.
And then now they're headlining shows. There you go.
Just freaking monkey's paw, dude.
Just aim at a fucking celebrity, anyone, and then you might get, if you want your band to get popular.
That's the thing. They put a voodoo curse on them.
It was them and a band called Vessels. I have no idea that's still a band.
It's just the 3 bands?
Just 3 bands. Yeah, 3-band bill, dude.
Wow. 2013, that was
I'm on Facebook right now. 0 went, 0 interested. I don't think that's true, but that's all.
I remember that show being fine. One of the better Albany shows that I think we played.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember anything about it, honestly.
I a little bit remember what the room looked like. Yo, also we played. I met somebody in Indianapolis.
Okay.
That was like, yo, my band played with you guys.
That's tough.
At the Hoosier Dome in like 2014, 2015 or something.
Yeah, we played with that Have Mercy.
Yes. I wasn't going to mention their name, but now that you did, I guess it's just like whatever. I won't throw who said this under the bus or anything, but they were like, I just got to say that I've always said that you guys were like extremely nice to us.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, yo, that's good to hear because a lot of times like the opposite is said about us. And he's like, I tell everyone that that anytime you guys are brought up, I'm like, we play with them and they're like straight up the nicest people about it.
We were having a good day that day, I guess.
I guess so. But that's the thing. We're not like outwardly rude. We're just sort of like.
It's tough being a band that if you're a band that tours a lot to just every night have to put on,
Dude, you have to like.
It's like, man,
you're usually sick. Like
sleepy.
I was
tired.
sick every night of this fucking tour. It was terrible.
I do remember though that show being a lot better than I thought it was.
That was a pretty cool show.
And I think that's also brightened our mood up because I was like, dude, who the fuck's gonna come to the show in
True.
Indianapolis? Hoosier Dome? And they're like, oh no, there's like gonna be like a couple like 100, 200 kids here. And I was like, wait, what?
Shout out Joe Adams.
Yes.
Joe probably booked that show. I think Joe has booked every show we've ever played in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it was a cool show. I do remember that. Your shows are lit there now, right? You guys played there.
I guess so. Yeah, we played and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I think that show might have been sold out.
Another one.
But
Another one.
The dude was like, yeah, the guy from Have Mercy was actually kind of a dick to us. And I was like, oh, damn, for real? I was like, I don't really know. Like, that might have been one of, that may have been the only show we ever played with them. We might have played like one or two ever, but I was like, honestly, man, I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know
anyone in that band. I don't know a ton about them. I was like, but
also,
I'm going to mention this on my podcast.
I'll play devil's advocate here for a second. That could definitely have been a thing where just having a bad day on tour.
People,
and
I'm sure people say
there.
the same thing about me. Actually, I know that people do.
Yep. I mean, people think Joe's a dick.
He is. He is.
That covers me, but no, he's not. He's just just himself.
He's quiet.
What are the chances do you think we get Zach and Joe to talk on here?
Dude, I think 0.
Yeah.
I think Joe, I think, has a fear of doing this because I think, rightfully so, I think we're probably the ones that are, I think it's healthy to look at it this way.
Yeah.
He probably is like, I don't want to be on record for the end of, I don't want a digital record of me doing anything to be on the internet forever.
Besides music, yeah.
And even that, I'm sure he would be like, well, recorded music, but maybe like live videos, he might not. Because I think about that, I'm like, it really sucks that anybody can take a video of your worst, like the worst show you've ever played, and then it's just online. It's like, well,
Dude, I think I don't. It doesn't keep me up at night, but I checked out like the Outbreak video we did, and that was like the first show we played in a long time.
Yeah.
That was rusty as fuck, and like I messed up a bunch of shit. And usually it doesn't bother me, but like it was so close mic'd, and there was no like room.
Yeah.
Like in the room, it sounded sick. Like the show was fun, energy, it was cool as fuck. But that's a problem with, not problem, but yeah, I'll say problem at this point is that they get all the close mic shit now, and it's like studio like version record. I'm like, dude, I'm playing a live show. I'm not playing a studio session.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up.
At least throw a ton of reverb on the mic so it sounds like we're
exactly. And I'm just like, and like people like time stamped it like that. Me when blah 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 blah, whatever. I don't care. But
yeah,
I thought it was. It's like, dude, I had no say in this. I had no say in them putting that song up. They just did. I'm sure
I honestly think there in due time there will be. I don't know. Maybe not. I think things will change about that because it is kind of like you're just at the mercy of it anywhere. Anybody could take a video of you doing something, bending over in the street and like shitting your pants, and like you don't know your neighbor's filming you.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube, and it's just like you got to fight tooth and nail to get that taken down.
And then it's gonna be saved somewhere else. It'll never be.
That's
there's
the thing.
So much. There's so much. It's hard to get through the masses, but
yeah,
the video stuff is what gets me because like in like 2014, 2015, when the video would come out of a band, it was always a live, like room mics, and it just sounded fucking sick.
Yeah,
like I don't know. There's hardcore bands or just fast bands that I'm sure if it was close mic, they wouldn't sound as cool, but then. In 2015, it sounded awesome. I mean, I watch videos of bands all the time online. I'm like, oh, this is so sick. But
yeah,
it's got that charm of it not being close mic'd. And
I think I started saying this earlier and never really finished my point. But now that I kind of pay attention a little more to like what's going on during the set, I do notice like you notice somebody just taking a video at any point, and you're just like. My voice could crack at any moment, and then you're just going to post it. Luckily, it's usually like if someone on their phone, they're probably going to post it on like their story, and it's gone.
That is kind of a good thing. I never even thought about that.
What?
They're going to post it most likely on their story, and this kind of setup where it doesn't say. I mean, it says locally on their phone, but it's just not out there on the internet for anyone to search.
More people posted the grid than I realized too.
People still hard posting,
dude. People hard posting are just like best night. And then it's like a picture of like a 15-second clip of each band that played the show.
That's cool.
And then like a picture of like a bathroom selfie, and then like a picture of like 2 pieces of dog shit on the ground. That's like your average grid post for a show. Every one is something like that.
Gen
where it's
Z
like a dead bird or something like that. It's always that. Always vids or pics of the band, bathroom selfie, maybe just like a regular selfie from earlier in the day, disgusting photo or two of like, or just like or one of these.
Oh yeah, far one,
Yeah.
0.5. Yep, those are good.
Those are good.
I like those.
Understandably so.
Yeah,
that's a good one to have
the
in the
dead
dump.
bird, but I know what you're talking about.
Dude, it's always something like
you're like, ooh, I don't want to look at that.
Yeah.
Love it. Gen Z's wilding, man.
They're
that can't be a millennial thing. That's got to be a more Gen Z leaning.
It is, because Gen Zers are
they're the goats.
they're the champions of the photo dump.
Yeah, they kind of created it. Nobody's
really posting one picture at a time anymore.
I was thinking that someone's fucking up not making an app where it's called like dump or something, and that's what it is.
You just post 28 pictures at a time.
Yeah, but it's like aggregated to one post.
You're gonna have to. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Dump. There'll definitely be like Mark Cuban will definitely be like, I don't know about the name, but the idea, I've been willing to invest in the idea.
Dump's a great name, dude.
Oh, dude. The Dump, the regional store they've been rocking for decades.
To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. Fire theme song.
Dude, that's the thing. That's like insane. For a place called The Dump, that's the most insane jingle, and it just works.
Works like a charm.
At the dump. With the most annoying voice.
So you just have
dump to the dump to the dump dump dump.
Is that regional?
I think it's like tri-state.
Is not Raymore Flying Farm on Mills or
I think also regional.
That's regional too. Damn. It is kind of crazy sometimes where you think everyone knows about something, you go to a different part of the world, they have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, people talk to us sometimes. They're like, do you guys have blah 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 in Pennsylvania? I'm like when Casey and Joey were like, you guys have titty coffee? And I was like, what?
Oh, dude. We got to have them back on.
I know.
We messed up when they were here last time. Not having them on pod, but we'll get them back on. Those guys are great. Yeah, I wish we had titty coffees. It just doesn't work here. It gets too cold, and I guess people are too pervy here or something.
I feel like it gets cold up there too.
But it doesn't get like, I feel like it doesn't get as cold. It hurts here.
I think it's got to be a law thing.
Yeah,
I think for some reason it's violating some sort of.
I mean, it's definitely kind of not. There's got to be a health code against it. Like, what if you get a hot latte on your titty?
I think that's the point. I think you're supposed to dip your nipples in the foam.
That sounds like it's gonna hurt. Scars. You get scars from the espresso out there.
Dude, it's probably good for nipples.
That's true. Soothing.
Burning up the nipples. By the way, I fucking burnt the shit out of my finger.
On what?
On jump-starting Nick's car yesterday.
Wow.
There was like a tiny little spot on the jumper cables that like was still like a little piece of copper that was exposed. And it just like pressed against my finger and like it like literally melted part of my fingerprint.
Huh.
It's crazy. It just feels like a little smooth spot.
You might be able to commit a crime now.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. I might burn them all off. I just might straight up just jumpstart my fingers. Because it was like very sensitive yesterday. Now it's just like hard and I don't feel it.
If you
never have feeling there
I would say
again.
if you never had feeling there, better or worse for a guitar, you could probably slide around.
Worse. I think worse because I won't be able to like have a good sense of how tight I'm holding it.
You're yes.
So I think I'm already like pretty bad at holding onto my pick.
Yeah.
But eventually I'm going to be one of those fuckers that has to have the thing on the mic stand.
Oh yeah. And then you have your iPad to your right and your drink holder to your left.
I would love to have an iPad.
Just scrolling. Dude, if it was up to a time code and just scrolled with the song, no one on stage then, but it would be old guy swag shit.
They got to have something that like, oh dude, I just thought of another really good idea. We're about to become fucking tech billionaires.
I know.
Dude, like a thing that, it's easy. You rig it up like, it's almost like a drone thing.
Okay.
And you rig it up and it's like in a one spot the whole night and it projects something like either right onto the floor next to you or even like onto the monitors in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it like perfectly shaped and it's just like crystal clear.
Okay.
And you can just project anything like that. Like you wouldn't need an iPad.
So you can sing along to the song, so you don't know what you're playing.
Or just like set list.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You can have like a little system rigged up where you can like tap through between like the lyrics or just like set list and like.
Wouldn't be that hard to make.
I feel like it'd be pretty
you could
easy.
do it with the projector, but you could also make it like a just smaller one. Just have it light up the stage. It's kind of a good idea. Because sometimes you can't be reading those. You can't be reading those small ass fucking set lists. They're hard to see sometimes.
A couple times, there is no. I mean, I guess I don't panic, but I definitely am like, oh no, starting a set, and I just like am like I totally set list slipped my mind. Mike is very good about it, and either writes like 3 of them, or he almost always has one at least. So he'll be like slide it to the middle of the stage, and we can kind of share it. But I definitely have to walk over there and check it out a couple times.
How many songs are you playing? 6 or 7?
We were being. There was like a shorter set that we were playing in the beginning where we probably played about 6 or 7 songs.
You always go shorter at the start and add on later.
I mean, dude,
that's
even when we had added a song or 2, we were still finishing early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just don't want to go in that scenario. I never want to go over.
You don't want to go over
on a tour. I never want to go over. Though, if it's like you started late because of the other band, I'm not cutting my set time.
No,
that's
you shouldn't.
The thing.
And you shouldn't.
You really shouldn't. I feel like dude, I feel like the first time we played like Sound and Fury, it was like we had one more song left, and they're like, "You got to stop." And we're like, "Dude, we started late because of the other band. It was our fault. Catch up, have a faster changer around."
Dude, I feel like bands just need to start calling people's bluffs when they're like the sound guy.
Yeah.
Gonna shut the show down if you don't turn your guitar down.
Do it.
Damn, you better. It's gonna be a real crying shame with neither of the headliners plays because the opener wouldn't turn their guitar down
at a show. You have a venue.
Weakling. So many people came up to me and like I guess heard us talking about it on the podcast. And like, that's so funny. I was like, dude, it wasn't funny at the time because I was like,
I wasn't there, so I only got the funny part of it. I liked it.
I don't know. I was mostly just mad at the time, especially when they were like, Chris came up and was like, the sound guy wants to like fight you.
Yeah, it's like when you hear that kind of shit, you're like, this can't be real, right? You're joking, obviously. Like, no one thinks this way, right?
I figured just because of how annoyed. I mean, they brought it up multiple times in the set, and then he got on the mic. So I knew
him getting on the mic. Was it just in your monitor, or was it over the whole show?
That's a good question. I think it was probably just in the monitor, but
so funny. Turn down your guitars.
I mean, who fucking knows? But it was. Yeah, when Chris told me that, I was like, I didn't even know what he looked like at this point. So he totally probably could have beat my ass, but I was like, bring him up on stage. I'll kill him in front of all these people.
It's
I was so mad.
You had that knife?
I didn't have it. I didn't have it yet. No, I did have it. Okay. I did have it. It was all the way back in the merch. Yeah. I never would have been able to get back there quick enough.
You could have told that lady, hey, I had trouble a few days ago. And now that's why I have this knife.
Back in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
This knife stays on
at a brewery, I fucking had some trouble with the sound guy and I had to protect myself.
The way she reacted to that is how I felt airplanes acted to like toenail clippers back in the day.
They probably do.
It's like, dude, it's fucking
cutting. That's how they react to water.
Who? Girls?
Oh. Yeah. No, the like TSA people.
Oh yeah. They're like allergic to
They're like, you gotta get rid of that.
Dump that out. Okay.
Also, there's nothing doper. This is one of the only dope parts about being in a band, by the way.
Okay.
When you go through the front and they try to like stop you on some shit and they're aggressive and they're like, yo man, I gotta check that water. And this happened like a few nights ago and I was just like, oh, can I just like throw it out? Like it's just a water. I'll just get another one.
Yeah.
And then he saw my laminate because dude, I hate like presenting my laminate.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like
I'm the same way.
It's a problem with authority thing for sure. Where I'm just like, bitch.
They're also kind of silly laminates. I don't know.
And he was like, oh, are you performing tonight? I was like, yeah. And he was just like, oh, you good to go, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, I was just sort of like,
Tapped up. Yes.
I was like, thank you, bro. Thanks for keeping us safe, bro.
Keep doing
I look
your
at everyone
job.
else standing out there, and I was like, get the fuck, these fucking losers. Hey, you guys better not try to bring any drinks in here. This guy will fucking choke you out.
Me? I'm good.
I'm good.
You guys?
Yeah, I chug the rest of my water.
Just start dumping some out in front of everyone.
Yo, in the TSA line, if you forget that you have like a drink in your bag, they're just
Freeze.
like, what's up with this? There's like this much left in like a Coca-Cola. They're like,
Dump it out.
yeah, throw it away, man. I don't know. I forgot it was in there.
Thank you for throwing it out for me.
TSA can suck me.
They really can. They like to be the authority.
All right. Well, I promise that every episode won't be about this tour now, but
It also could be.
it could be.
We'll find out.
Could be.
Thanks for
Every
everyone for
episode following this one is going to be doing a full profile on every band on the tour.
listening. Do an Excel like presentation.
Yeah. Here's a picture from my one of my fondest interactions with the drummer of Prince Daddy, Daniel, although we refer to him as Pod.
Me and Pod. Oh boy. All right. See you next week or on the Patreon.
Oh, see you on the Patreon. Patreon.com/quityourbands while you still can.